Alright, check this shit out. I can't see a damn thing right now. I don't know if it's important for me to be able to see what's going on. I'm just hoping that you can see me because I can't really see you too clearly right now. But that's not the point. That's neither here nor there. I wanted to do a live because I think that a lot of people have the concept of whatever God they subscribe to, whether it's God, Allah, the universe. I think the concept of that to a lot of people is fucked up. It's misunderstood, is this place, and here's why. People, right? Because we were made in the image of, and because they listen to and subscribe to the way that someone is preaching to them, or the way that someone is teaching to them or giving them information. I think they take some of this information, teachings and learnings and understandings out of context. And I'm saying that because we were made in the image of. Yes, baby, we most definitely were made in the image of. However, with no discredit to the God that you subscribe to, because the God that you subscribe to is perfect, does no wrong, will not abandon you, betray you, leave you, forsake you, is always there. Your inner God, when you pray or when you meditate, ascends and is able through intuition, through your intuitive notion, is able to have a full-blown conversation with your creator, your God. You're able to communicate directly with your higher source, right? Through prayer, through meditation. But what I think people got fucked up is that, you know, some of the teachings, like, for example, people try to live a perfect life. People try to actually be a perfect being. Now, I think we all can, basically, it's common sense, but common sense ain't so common. But basically, we should have an understanding that we are not perfect, right? And that perfection doesn't exist except for your higher source, right? Which is why when you tune in through meditation, through prayer, and you get those direct answers and you know exactly what to do when you follow suit, that's why the outcome is the way it is. And in that moment is when you are to humble yourself, because you're going before your God, right? But trying in this human shell, in this human world that, you know, was designed by man, who I believe is the ops, who I believe, you know, that's another story, but designed by man, right? In this human shell, you try to live this perfect fucking life. You have this perfect life set up in your head on what you feel like your life should be, and that is your definition of perfect. But here's where you got it fucked up. Because it is, you simply cannot. All the trials and tribulations and shit that we go through wasn't just done by design. It was, and the design is, right, for you to have these human experiences, for you to, because we've descended, for you to then realign yourself and ascend, for you to be able to understand that the God within needs to realign with the God that's outside of yourself, right? To be able to get to an alchemized state. The alchemized state is knowing your all true self from inside and out, from the divinity to the humanity, right? You're not gonna achieve that trying to fucking live a perfect life, because it ain't no such thing on this motherfucking plane right here, on this human plane, on this level that we are. There's no such fucking thing. So when people tell you, oh, you know, I'm Christian and I can't cuss. You Christian, you can't cuss, but you could judge fucking people. And you could talk about people. And you can, quote unquote, commit other sins, fucking with the congregation, fucking with the pastor and all this other shit. But you can't cuss. And let me tell you something about cussing. There's two definitions of cursing. What separates the two is your intent, right? So if I cuss your ass out because you annoyed me at the time, if I cuss you out because we having a disagreement, you know, if I cuss you out because you did some shit that, you know, I ain't like, and I feel like, nah, you know, or maybe my, you know, it could be my communication is just poor, because at times I can have poor communication, and I'm working on that. But I mean, I could cuss your ass out, like, get your ass the fuck out of here, or get out my fucking face, or, you know, nah, that's bullshit. That is not the cursing that God is talking about when they say don't curse. Your intent determines the curse. So if your man cheating and you say she gonna be fucking barren, that baby in her stomach gonna motherfucking die, bitch, she ain't gonna have that motherfucking baby, fuck her and fuck that baby, that is putting a curse, aka a spell, on someone. And that is what the Creator is talking about when they say don't curse people. Your intent. So this is also why in the spirituality they say do things with good intent. Or in religion, when they say pray for your enemies, they do not literally mean that because someone hurt you, that you PREY on them. Not that type of pray. You also do not have to PRAY, like literally. Like, you know, I want to pray for them because they know not what they do. No, baby. No. They know what the fuck they did. They know what the fuck they're doing. Okay? But how you can pray for them, and I'm not trying to tell you how to pray, right? Is when you are able to make your peace with the situation. They wronged you, they hurt you, they did whatever the fuck they did, and it don't make it right. In the famous words of Whitney Houston, it's not right, but it's okay. When you somehow get to the point of healing, that you can find some type of peace with it and be like, you know what? It's not right, but it's okay. That is a prayer within itself. You want to know why? Because in a way that they wronged you, they have set up a karmic debt in their name. Their name now has a debt on it that has to be repaid. And after the debt is repaid, then they will be allowed a period of grace. The grace that they allow, right, is after the debt that they paid. And it is you forgiving them and being able to find a sense of peace when it's all said and fucking done. That is their prayer. P-R-A-Y. That is it. And that is the fuck all. So, because listen, the God that you subscribe to, I may or may not be 100% familiar with and may not know verses in and out, back and forth. I may not know the Quran, in and out. But I can tell you that the God, with certainty, that the God that you subscribe to is not going to cast you to hell, is not going to wage the wars of sin on you because you say, boy, kiss my whole ass. Okay? The dedication and the loyalty that you have with the true divinity within yourself and the connection you have with the God that's outside of yourself is not going to be tarnished because you're hurting and the person hurt you and you just don't want to say, Heavenly Father, please forgive them. They're accountable for their own motherfucking actions. Baby, it is nothing that you can say and nothing that you can motherfucking do that's going to erase the debt that they have on their name on what the fuck they did. It's not going to erase it. Once a debt is created in their fucking name, they have to repay that motherfucking debt. That's just how that shit go. But what can happen is, once you're able to get to a place of healing where you can make peace with it and move forward with it, that grace that you allowing yourself will be extended to them. And so after the debt is repaid, that is their understanding of everything that happened. That is their prayer that is able to allow them the understanding of everything that just happened and why it happened and how it's happening. You understand? Unfortunately, sometimes when we are going through trials and tribulations of life, sometimes through your hurt, you are a learning experience for someone else. You catapult them into healing, or you catapult them into having a relationship with the creator of their choice, or redefining it, or getting a better understanding of it. And so I just want you to think about that. Because healing is just that. Healing is unfortunately, baby, it's not a destination. You don't get to that destination and say, okay, now I can stop. It is a lifelong process. It is a lifelong journey. And when you get serious about yourself, when your self-love really starts to kick in, it forces you to challenge the whole thought process that you were having to date, because you'll begin to understand that you evolve as a person, and the things that you felt, believed in, or experienced before is not going to happen the same way. It is not going to be the same way, because you are in a phase of healing, and there's different things that you have to heal from. And I'm not going to keep you, because my intent for this message was not to keep you. My intent was just to help you to understand that you when you are healing in any type of way, and you are going to whatever God that you subscribe to, right? You're asking this creator for grace. You're asking him for patience. You're asking him for things, right? And understanding, right? And understanding, so that you can overstand and overcome. And you're asking this creator for things that you're not even giving yourself. So when you go in for prayer, right, and you're communicating through your spirit, right, why are you not extending the grace to yourself? Because when you, right, baby, when you extending that grace to yourself, baby, that is the creator allowing you grace. When you asking for patience and to understand, you are being granted those things. It still all starts with home. So it's more than just you going to them in prayer and saying, you know, this is what I request of you. I humbly request you. Can you please? Because I feel this, you know, and I feel that. It's more, faith without works is dead. So after you put in what you need to put in with the prayer, you then have to put in the work. And the work is not just you praying outwardly and then thinking the answer is just gonna come like a, no. Sometimes the answers are given to you immediately. Yes, I'm gonna give you grace. I'm giving it to you. When you gonna give it to yourself? Because I'm giving it to you, through you. You asking for healing. I'm giving it to you, through you. I'm not, you know, if you want to seek other people, other things to assist you with your healing, absolutely. I'm going to assist you in that area too. But you're asking me for healing and I'm giving it to you through you. You asking for understanding. You trying to figure out what happened because, you know, you didn't, it's true, you didn't deserve it. And I'm trying to get this information to you through you. Because right now, while you praying, baby, it's just me and you. And you coming to me, my child, and I got you, and I'm going to hold you. And like a parent, I'm going to explain to you, and I'm going to soothe you, and I'm going to comfort you through you. Right? And I just want you guys to understand that. And with that, I'm going to say peace and blessings on your continued journey of healing. My allergies is whooping my motherfucking ass. Right? And you ain't about to tell me, because that's how I talk, that God gonna say to me, you have sinned because your allergies whooping your ass. Oh yeah? Okay. That's one strike. You going to hell now. And you going to hell because I don't appreciate you talking like that. In the creation of us in humanity, God understands that because of this, we won't be perfect. We won't ever be perfect. And He's okay with that. She's okay with that. Whatever the God you subscribe to, the only thing they want you to do is to keep the relationship with them. And the relationship that you keep with them, that's your perfection right there. So you can stop trying to recreate it on this human plane, this plane of humanity in which we live in. Stop trying to recreate that, because you're not going to get that anywhere else. You're not going to get that in another human, because as much as we love people, like people, fuck with people, everybody has their own journey and everybody has their own subscription. You know, and you know, you just gotta respect that and understand that some of the things that we do as humans, maybe we're over emotional about it, or maybe we overthink it. You know, that could be it too. But those type of things is not what creates a debt on your name. It is not what those, like, you know, like surface level shit, regular shit, that is not the type of shit that your God is going to be upset with you about. You know what I'm saying? Your God is going to be more upset hurting or doing things because of your intent. You know, you create a debt on your name because of your intent. When you know what the fuck you doing, when we all have intuitive notions, when we all have enough knowledge of right and wrong to understand what's right and wrong, right? It's a right way to do things, it's a wrong way to do things. There's no one that is forced to be with you. There's forced to that owes you their fucking life or their time, any of their fucking resources, right? Just because you feel a way about them, right? But there is a way that they can go about separating themselves from you, and it may not be easy. It may not be easy, but it is definitely called fucking adulting. And no, they may not be able to describe it the way that you're expecting. They may not be able to answer you with answers that you want. They may or may not. That's what I'm saying. Maybe, you know. Listen, I don't know why I feel this way right now, but you know, this is what I'm feeling, and I never meant to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you, you know, and you know, it's just a way that you go about doing things versus a way that you don't. And when you do things in a fucked up way, when you intent, this is all intent, because you cannot say with a clean heart or a pure conscience that you didn't mean to hurt somebody when you was doing every fucking thing to hurt them. You are creating a karmic debt on your motherfucking name, and that's some shit that you motherfucking gotta pay for on your own. Ain't got nothing to motherfucking do with me. Because if my intent with you is pure and just, the only thing that you're supposed to be able to match that with is pure and just energy. That's it. And pure and just means that you may not agree with what I'm saying with you. You may not like what I'm saying with you, but because we have experienced this type of love, or because I have a respect for you or understanding of who you are, I have to be honest with you. I want to be honest with you. I don't want to, you know, continue to play with your feelings or your emotions, or have you thinking this way when it's not this way with me, or whatever the fucking case is. Nobody said adulting would be easy. Nobody fucking said that the weapons wouldn't fucking form. They just said they wouldn't prosper. And that is why motherfuckers with negative intent, that's why they can't motherfucking prosper. I don't give a fuck what they try to have motherfucking people believe, or how it looks to certain fucking people. What Tupac said in that song when him and Biggie had beef, he told Biggie straight up and down, he said, you can tell the world what you want, but you will not know what's going on. And so when, you know, you're on a spiritual incline to your opposing person, they could tell the fucking world what they want. They, you know, the devil is crafty. You know what I'm saying? They fucking make people believe all type of motherfucking shit. You could fucking be a magician to the motherfucking world, but you and I know what the fuck is going on. That's why I don't even fret no more. I don't worry. No worry upon me. I don't even fucking worry. You could tell the fucking world. You could tell your best friend. You could put on this whole mask. You could put up this motherfucking facade. All the fuck you want. Anybody that fucking wronged me. This is where I'm at right now. You could tell the motherfucker, even my raggedy ass baby daddy, going back and lying to motherfuckers and telling them lies about me because he wanted support in his decision to leave. And see, in the beginning, he didn't have that support because people perception, like they knew how hard I was fucking with him and how hard I was riding for him. And in their eyes, they felt like, nah, she can't do no wrong. She like really fucking with you. Nah, she like really riding with you. That's her for you. You know what I'm saying? But in his mind, he already had ulterior motives. He already had shit that he wanted to do, that he planned on doing, that did not fucking involve me, but involved somebody else. He wasn't fucking with me like that. So, in order for him to create support for him and not me, he had to tarnish my image and tried to tarnish my character in the eyes of others so that he can then gain the support that I had. So, oh yeah, well, if it's like that, fuck that bitch. Leave that bitch. I ain't fuck that. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of thing. But baby, you could tell a motherfucking world what the fuck you want to tell them about T. You will not know what the fuck is going on. You feel me? And so, I don't feel no type of way, because anybody that subscribed to that, it just means that they wasn't meant to be a part of my life anymore. It just means that their part in my journey was fucking over. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I have been getting hints the whole motherfucking time. I have been getting intuitive information the whole motherfucking time. But I was going against myself because my human mind was not grasping the concept of understanding. I just was like, nah, that can't be. Questioning the divinity within, questioning the God within, like, nah, that can't be. Hold up, but how? And that's another thing, right? Because I'm gonna get ready and go, but that's another thing I need to, all that bullshit about you can't question God. Who the fuck told you that? How you even get to that shit? How are you going to go to God for understanding and healing without asking questions? Oh, wait a minute. So you trying to tell me that you can only ask them certain type of questions? What the fuck? What? Come on. You got to make this shit make sense. Make it make sense. You absolutely can question your creator. You think the creator is going to damn you to hell because that's your father, that's your friend, that's your best friend. You know, that's your spiritual parent. That's your mother. You know, whatever God that you're subscribing to is going to tell you it's sinful for you and have you believe and understand that it is a sin, or that it's forbidden to ask them questions. Nah. So the relationship that you have with your higher source is to go to them and show them gratitude, right? And also, when you're in any type of distress, just go to them with requests of getting you through whatever you're trying to get through, but you don't have no questions, or you can't ask questions because you're going to be in some type of spiritual trouble for asking questions. Baby, that ain't how that works. That ain't how that go. And please reevaluate the connection you have with your higher source, and understand that that means that the same things you can go to any outside source, your friend, me coming here to YouTube to build with you, you going to your significant other, any type of outside source information that you're providing to outside sources, you can also provide to your higher source, your God. Only difference is you're gonna humble yourself. That's where humility is important. When motherfuckers say humble yourself, it ain't for another motherfucking human to humble you. Can't no motherfucking another human humble you. We all motherfucking human. We all bleed the same, and we like, no. You're gonna humble yourself when you go into meditation. You're gonna humble yourself when you go into prayer, because you are humbling yourself. You are revealing your true identity. The God within you is now going to the God outside of you to connect. The God that you are subscribing to is imperfection. You're going to humble yourself when you're going into perfection. You're going to humble yourself when you're going to the master, because this is where you're going to get your answers, and this is where you're going to get information, a higher level of information, a higher level of forgiveness, a higher level of understanding, so that you can evolve and ascend, right? That's where you're going to humble yourself, not to no motherfucker outside of you that has human conditions, and you don't even know what those human conditions are. It could be ego, it could be fucking sexism, it could be because nobody's perfect, right? So everybody is dealing with these type of issues, and whether we realize what those issues are or not, you don't fucking gotta humble yourself in no motherfucking human. That's not how that works. And I need you to reevaluate not just your healing process, but the connection and the understanding that you have of the God that you serve, baby. We're talking about the Almighty, the All-Knowing. When God knows who you are and they know your heart, and you go into them with your humility and gratitude, there is nothing or no one that should be able to come to you and say, if you cuss, you're gonna be, that is a sin, and you got to. You can't ask God no questions, because that is the Almighty all-knowing. You can't. You can't. If you ask a question, baby, no. And again, I am not trying to disrespect anyone's religion or anyone's spirituality. All I'm saying is recreate the relationship you have with the God that you subscribe to, so that you are able to get a better understanding of what sin is, what spiritual wars are, what being held accountable is, what karma is, what your role is. Just be blessed, baby. Be blessed. I love y'all, and I appreciate any type of time that you are giving me. I'm going to get ready and get out of here. Have a great day.